You're staring at a photograph. A young woman, 23 years old, blonde hair, bright smile. Her name was Sarah Chen. Was. Because 3 days ago, someone strangled her in her apartment and left her body in the bathtub. You have no physical evidence, no witnesses, no murder weapon. But you have a suspect, and you're absolutely certain he did it. Except he didn't. And by the time you figure that out, he'll have spent 6 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit. This is POV. You're a detective framing the wrong person. And it doesn't start with corruption. It starts with being so sure you're right that you stop seeing the truth. Day 1. The body. The call comes in at 6:14 a.m. Female, mid-20s, deceased, possible homicide. You've been a detective for 9 years, solved 31 out of 34 homicides, 91% clearance rate, one of the best in the department. Sarah Chen, graduate student, no criminal record, quiet, friendly. The crime scene tells you everything. Forced entry, broken door lock, signs of struggle, she fought back. Strangulation, no sexual assault, wallet and laptop missing. Robbery gone wrong. But there's something else. Scratches on the door frame, fresh, and a partial shoe print, size 11, men's work boot. A neighbor remembers hearing shouting 2 nights ago. A man, tall, angry, yelling. You file it away, keep digging. Day 3, the suspect. You're reviewing Sarah's phone records. 38 calls and 127 text messages in 2 weeks, all from the same number. Marcus Reed, 29 years old, construction worker, and he has a record. Assault, domestic dispute 3 years ago. The report describes him as volatile and aggressive. Your instinct fires. Size 11 boots, construction worker, 6'2". It fits. You dig into his relationship with Sarah. They dated briefly. It ended badly. Her friends say he kept calling, showing up at her apartment. She was scared of him. She changed her locks. Security footage shows Marcus at her building 2 weeks before the murder, pounding on the glass, yelling. You have your suspect. Day 5, the interview. You bring Marcus in. He agrees to talk without a lawyer. Red flag. Innocent people ask for lawyers. When's the last time you saw Sarah Chen? Maybe a month ago? We used to date. Lie. You saw him on camera 2 weeks ago. You sure? Because we have 127 text messages from you to her. His face changes. Caught. Okay, fine. I was trying to get back together, but she wasn't interested. Where were you 3 nights ago? Home. Alone. No alibi, motive, opportunity, lies. You have him. Day 8. Building the case. The evidence is circumstantial, but it's solid. Marcus and Sarah dated. She broke up with him. He became obsessed, stalked her. When she wouldn't take him back, he went to her apartment. Forced entry. She fought. He killed her. Took the laptop to make it look like robbery. The shoe print matches his size. The timeline fits. The broken lock is consistent with forced entry. You present the case to the DA. She agrees to charge him. 2nd-degree murder. Marcus is arrested, can't make bail, sits in county jail awaiting trial. Red flags you ignore. The forensics come back. No DNA match. Marcus's DNA isn't in the apartment. The door lock shows tool marks, pry bar or crowbar. Marcus doesn't own one, but you explain it away. He borrowed one or used something else. The medical examiner finds skin cells under Sarah's fingernails. She scratched her attacker. They run the DNA. No match to Marcus. Your partner brings this to you. Maybe we should look at other suspects. The DNA could be from anyone, a friend, a coworker. We have motive, we have opportunity, we have his history of violence. Your partner backs off. You're the senior detective.
Month 6, the trial. Marcus gets a public defender, young, overworked, handling 87 cases. Your testimony is strong. Phone records, security footage, assault history, the lies during interrogation. The defense argues reasonable doubt. No DNA, no physical evidence. But you're convincing. You've done this 31 times. The prosecutor asks, "Detective, did Marcus Reed kill Sarah Chen?" "Yes, without a doubt." You believe it. The jury deliberates for 11 hours. Guilty. Marcus Reed is sentenced to 25 years to life. He screams, "I didn't do this. I didn't kill her." They all say that. You sleep soundly that night. Case closed. Justice served. 32 out of 35. 91% clearance rate. Year 3. The email. You've moved on, worked a dozen other cases. Then you get an email from a detective in Austin, Texas. "We've arrested a suspect who confessed to multiple homicides, including one in your jurisdiction 3 years ago. Victim, Sarah Chen. Details match." Your stomach drops. Travis Holt, 34 years old, drifter, arrested for killing a woman in Austin. Same MO, forced entry, strangulation, robbery. He describes Sarah's apartment, the bathtub, the laptop he sold at a pawn shop in New Mexico. They verify it. The laptop is Sarah's. And the DNA under Sarah's fingernails? Perfect match to Travis Holt. The overturn. Marcus Reed's conviction is overturned 6 months later. He walks out of prison after serving 6 years for a murder he didn't commit. He's 35 years old, lost his job, lost his apartment, lost 6 years of his life. The media covers it. Wrongful conviction after detective ignored evidence. Your name is in every article. The review. Internal Affairs investigates. You didn't plant evidence, but they review every decision. The DNA that didn't match, dismissed. The tool marks that didn't fit, explained away. Your partner's concerns, ignored. Confirmation bias, tunnel vision. You built a narrative and forced the evidence to fit. You didn't frame Marcus because you were corrupt. You framed him because you were certain.
And certainty is dangerous. The lawsuit. Marcus sues the city for $12 million, wrongful conviction. The city settles for $4.6 million. Your deposition lasts 7 hours. When the DNA didn't match, why didn't you investigate other suspects? When your partner raised concerns, why did you dismiss them? You don't have good answers. Because the truth is, you wanted it to be Marcus. He fit. He had motive, a history. He lied. And once you decided it was him, you stopped looking for anyone else. The real cases. This story is fictional, but it happens constantly. The Central Park Five, 5 teenagers convicted in 1989. Detectives were certain. DNA didn't match. The real perpetrator confessed 13 years later. They served between 6 and 13 years. Ryan Ferguson, convicted at 19 based on false testimony. Detectives ignored alibi evidence. 10 years in prison before exoneration. Stephen Avery, convicted of sexual assault in 1985, served 18 years, DNA exoneration. Making a murderer raised questions about detective tunnel vision in a second case. According to the National Registry of Exonerations, official misconduct, or tunnel vision, played a role in 54% of wrongful convictions. Tunnel vision isn't corruption, it's human nature, and it destroys lives. The weight. You're still a detective, suspended for 6 months, mandatory retraining, but you're different now. Every case you second-guess yourself. Every suspect you ask, am I seeing the truth or what I want to see? You think about Marcus, 6 years in prison because you were so sure. And Travis Holt, the real killer, he went free for 3 years because you stopped looking. How many others did he hurt in that time? You wanted to be the hero,
the detective with the 91% clearance rate, but all that mattered was being right, and you weren't. The lesson: being a detective means holding someone's life in your hands, and the most dangerous thing you can be is certain, because certainty makes you stop asking questions, stop looking at evidence that doesn't fit, stop listening to the voice that says, "What if I'm wrong?" The job isn't to close cases, it's to find the truth, even when the truth means admitting you were wrong, even when it destroys your clearance rate. Because sending the wrong person to prison doesn't just ruin their life, it means the real killer is still out there, and that's on you. If you want to learn more about wrongful convictions and tunnel vision, check out the Innocence Project, the National Registry of Exonerations, and the work of defense attorneys fighting for the wrongfully convicted. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more deep dives into criminal justice and the systems that shape our world. See you in the next one.